Daar is de trap goed, de kopkans daar en het doelpunt daar. Snoeihard ingeschoten. De treffer van Henrico Drost.
Pepper nog. Boukari. Goed gespeeld door Nordin Boukari. Braber. En dan valt hij hier voor Drost. En dan wordt het dus ook nog 4-0 voor RKC.
Weer Duits. De eerste man blijft staan en ziet dan hoe Drost helemaal vrij de 3-2 binnenkomt.
Hi Henrico, how are you?
I'm doing good, Garrett. Yes. I have a lot of problems. Stop playing football, so no, it's going well. I will start playing in the third division in Holland now.
Okay.
It's a quite good level because a lot of ex-professionals play in this league. They train 3 times a week, and on Saturday they play a game. So I will continue playing, but it's a little bit lower level than the Eredivisie, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because you've had a long career over in Holland. Is it 225 Eredivisie appearances you made?
Yeah, right. And I think around maybe 100, something like that in the second league as well. I don't know exactly, but I had a great career, and it's too bad RKC didn't want to extend my contract, but I understand them as well because I had a knee injury last year, and because of the corona, of course, the budgets will be less, and they can spend their money for one time, and I'm 33, so I'm happy with my career.
Oh, you had a good season, and like I said, that last season.
Thank you.
Last season was a tough one, wasn't it? Really, because you obviously had the knee injury, so I think that limited you to the number of games you could play, and the club had a tough season as well, really, didn't they? And in some respects, the coronavirus helped the club.
That's true because we are standing on the last place in the league, and we played good football, but the results were not that good. So we get a lot of compliments about our way of playing, and but the results were not good. So at the end, the results are the most important, and for us, the coronavirus, for the club RKC was good because now we stay in the league.
Which is what the club wants and needs, doesn't it? Because I think you said that there are some challenges in the second tier, in the second division in Holland.
Yeah.
The coronavirus, there's been some changes around how the teams are structured. So is it a reduced number of professionals in the second tier next season, is it, in Holland?
Yeah, true. The bond in Holland made the rule now because of the budgets will go down, and also for the clubs in the second league especially. A club in the second league can have 14 players on a contract. A professional full contract, and the rest of the team is possible to offer them a semi-professional contract. So some players will work besides their professional career. So I think a lot of talents will agree with this kind of offers, but for example, for me or older guys, they will choose for the division I'm gonna play in the next season. It's called the second division. And they can get good money over there in these teams, and they can work on their on their other thing besides football. They can work. Especially if you are around 33 years like me, then something like this I think is good for this kind of players.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And I suppose Holland's always been well known for bringing good young players, giving them the opportunity to play.
Yeah, right.
Even more so now I take it that there'll be more opportunities for younger players. I know that's probably going to be the case for a lot of clubs in England, that we're going to turn to academy players and younger players. Is that the same case in Holland, that you'll see a lot of younger players, even more opportunities for younger players next season, do you think?
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course, the Holland philosophy is to give young players a chance and to maybe sell them to the better leagues around us, like Germany, like the UK, of course. And maybe it's for young talents, it's a good chance at the moment. They can play, they can develop their qualities. So, but that is something. It was regular in Holland, but yeah, it will change. I think also the philosophy, like for example in the UK. Maybe you can tell more about it, but I think also the countries around Holland, Germany, France, maybe Belgium, they will take younger players. And they prefer them. From players like 30 years.
Yeah, I think it's the same probably over here. I think in England with the Championship and the Premier League still being completed, you're sort of waiting to see what happens in those leagues. But I think certainly some clubs in League 1 and 2, for example, are probably slimming down the playing squad. I think players where they look at, that they weren't quite sure about the younger players, that they decided to give those younger players a chance and maybe let go a more experienced player that's a more earning.
Right.
So I think it's a good opportunity for those younger players where they've got professional contract for 12 months to really make a name for themselves. I think so. It's a good opportunity for players, but very challenging for players that are out of contract this summer. I would say it's going to be a difficult time for a lot of players. I would think, and I don't think. It'll take a bit of time for people to get deals sometimes with some clubs maybe not playing until September, so it might take a while to sort players out potentially.
Yeah, right. And for example, the League 1 and League 2 were stopped already. And will they take players from abroad, or they prefer players from the UK?
I think the teams in League 1 and League 2, I think, they've still got the playoffs to complete. So they've still got the promotion. So League 2 had their playoffs this week. So Northampton Town got promoted. So League 2 sorted out. League 1 is the playoffs are still to be completed. I'd say generally speaking in England, the Leagues 1 and 2, I would say traditionally are more inclined to have British players. But that isn't cast in stone. Some certain clubs will probably, look at players from abroad, and I think the big thing is it's that challenge around having somebody that knows that league to a certain extent. So I think there's always opportunities for players, but it's just trying to find the right club for them a little bit, I think.
Yeah, right.
But then if you look at League 1, for example, the Championship, for example, is a different ball game where I think clubs are more inclined to bring players in from other countries and give them a chance. And some of the philosophies that Brentford have, for example, in bringing players in that have made massive difference to a club like Brentford. But Brentford now could potentially be in the Premier League next season. They're doing that well.
Yeah.
So,
the budgets are big, of course, in the Championship.
Yeah, the different budgets. You're right. That's right, and probably got more of an opportunity to take a chance on a player that hasn't played in Britain before. So, again, it changes depending on the sporting director or the people making the recruitment decisions from club to club. But it's an interesting one, that's for sure. I think, and again, Scotland is the same sort of challenges as well. Obviously, they haven't completed the season, but they're back in training now. So Scotland have the same. Again, they've all got these different challenges. They've got the same
different problems.
Yeah. So it's an interesting time, I think, that's for sure.
There will be a lot of free players on the market as well. So clubs can choose.
Yeah, I think a lot of clubs will be looking at that as a way of building the squads for next season, where transfer fees will be less likely to happen. I think. You look at the challenge. You look at just yesterday in the Championship where Wigan Athletic have got financial problems, where they've gone into what we call administration in the UK, so they will face a points deduction. But if a club like Wigan can be hit by like that, about other clubs as well, because this could impact for another good few more months yet with regard to having fans in and playing games. So
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
12 points. 12 points. Fine. Crazy.
Yeah. So that will put them in the relegation. That will put them bottom of the league. Now.
Yeah.
So,
and it will bring huge problems for Wigan as well.
Yes.
Financially and as on the sportive side.
Yeah, but that's very. It's very early days in that. It only got announced yesterday, but we'll see what happens there. It's strange times, I think that's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a big thing in the media as well, huh?
Yeah, yesterday, yeah, definitely. I think yesterday it was breaking all over the media in the UK. So
yeah,
I think that'll change on a daily basis now. I think I'm sure they'll be fine as a club. I think there's
big club.
Yeah, big. They won the FA Cup in the last 10 years, and they're in the Premier League. And
yeah,
we'll see. But yeah. So obviously, so your career, your top flight career, sort of come to a sort of an end to a certain extent. But you've had a great career at some good clubs at Heerenveen and RKC and Brada and things like that. And you play with some great players as well. And I go back. You played for Holland in the different age groups up to 21s.
Yeah, right. Yes.
So, who did you play? Who was in the Dutch squad at the same time as you? Was it players like Royston Drenthe and?
Yeah, right. Yes. For example, Jordan Speters he played for Willem II. A lot of players. They reached also the first teams in Holland. Royston Drenthe, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, for example. A lot of players. I even don't remember them all, but when we were 15, we were selected for the national team already under 15, and we played for these teams each year and bringing great experience. You're 15, 16 years old, and you fly to nice countries, you play good tournaments and that kind of thing. So it was a wonderful time, and we had also good teams, to be honest. Royston Drenthe, for example, but a lot of good players, and it was great. A great experience and great memories of this kind of thing. So it was terrific. And also in Heerenveen, we will reach the first team. I have my twin brother as well.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he was a left-footed centre back, left back, and I played the first games in Heerenveen. I played on the number 6 position, and he played left back as the number 5. Yeah, and it was great to play with your twin brother in the first team of Heerenveen. And we played Europa League with a great team, to be honest. For example, Huntelaar, Daniel Pranjic.
Oh, yeah.
Miralem Suleimani, Alfonso Alves, Brazilian striker, I think. Yeah, he played for Middlesbrough.
Yeah, he was top scorer one season, wasn't he, in Holland? Was he?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I even don't remember how many goals he scored, but I remember well he scored one time in one game. He scored 6 goals. So he was a famous attacker in Holland. And after that he went to Middlesbrough, but it wasn't a big success, I think.
No, I remember that. I remember him again, and that's the difficulty, isn't it? That you moving to a different country and different style of game, different environment. There's a lot of challenges. It's not as easy as just you know, you can't necessarily just hit the ground running necessarily. There's all sorts of different things going on in your life that, you know, sort of replicate in a different.
Yeah, you're a young player, and you always dreamed about professional football and maybe the Dutch national teams, and then it's becoming real. Yeah, you fly to Mexico, Bulgaria, for example. I also played in Sunderland Stadium, I think, against England and France.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, in France, I remember. Oh no, that game was in Holland against France, and for example, Benzema played in this in this team, and Ben Arfa, and Nasri, yeah, Sami Nasri. So we lost this game with 3-0. So it was a tough game. It was a tough game.
It sounds like fascinating. You know, as somebody that hasn't played the game or but wanted to, play his names. You know, pick the good players you played against them. Because obviously in Eredivisie, you played against and played with some great players, haven't you? Really, you look at it and you think people like, imagine you play against people like Suarez and Virgil van Dijk and all these sort of players. It must be.
Yeah.
Think about some of the players you played against.
Yeah, right, and that is something that I will never forget, and I think that's a good thing about Holland. Young players will come here to play and develop their skills and qualities, and they will make themselves ready for the bigger leagues. Look to Virgil van Dijk. It's great what he shows at the moment. And, it's a beast. It's a great defender and always easy in the field. No stress, and it looks really easy what he's doing, but it isn't.
I think he's had a great career when you look at the way he's sort of progressed from Holland and then to Celtic and moving.
Right.
As an Everton supporter, it's not good. But
you wanted to see him in Everton shirt.
I wish. I shouldn't say that really, but no, fantastic talent. And I think, but it goes back to that development again, doesn't it? And developing players the right way and the philosophy and all that sort of thing. And it just shows you if a player's career is managed properly, you know what.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and maybe that's something also. Something that the agent you have to look at. And, maybe if a player is 19 or 20, if they have the choice between, for example, Manchester City or PSV or Feyenoord, I think it's good for these young players to make the choice to come and to play in Holland for this kind of teams. In Holland maybe they have a plan, they have a good idea with a player, and you get the chance. If you play one time, a last game or something like that, the next game you will play again, for example. And I think for example, in Everton or Manchester City, the pressure is higher. If you play maybe 5 times bad, you're gonna be in the second team, for example, something like that. So I think if you play 2-3 seasons in Holland at a good level, you also, if Manchester City, for example, wants to take you, you be another player. They bring another player than a young player, for example.
I don't think there's any substitute playing games either, is there? I think if you're a young player and you're still developing, playing first team football is so important, isn't it, really, to be that development, and it's knowing when the right time to make the right move is, isn't it, really?
Yeah, right. And for example, a lot of young players at the moment who are 16, 17 are already going to England.
Yes. Yeah.
For example, Nathan Ake, Ebicilio. Yeah. Of course, the big clubs in the UK as well. They are a lot of. They scout a lot of players in Holland and in Ajax, Feyenoord, PSV, and when they're 16 or 17, they can get good money in these clubs, for example in City, and I don't know if it is the right choice, to be honest, but that's.
I suppose every move's different, isn't it? And every player is different, and at a different stage, and it's whether I think you can go to a big club sometimes, and you can be sat playing, under 18 or under 23 football, and not getting that first team exposure. And again, it goes back to having those conversations with the club before you move.
Right.
And understanding what that career pathway and where they see.
Yeah.
I think, but obviously, I suppose part of the problem is that coaches change and sporting directors change, and
right.
You're working with one person, and it can completely change very quickly, can't it? I think you can't control these things. You can only control yourself and how you play to a certain extent, can't you? Really?
Yeah. Right. True. Yeah. So. This kind of if a player has these choices, it's important. It's about what you say. They speak with the coach, sport director, family, and of course, it's a difficult choice if you are 16 or 17 and you can earn good money in the UK. Yeah, it's not an easy choice.
No, it's not. You're right, and I think that the problem sometimes is that you might only get that chance once, and you don't know when it's going to happen again. So
right. Yeah,
it's a difficult one. You can always look back and think, well, was that the right decision? But
right. Yeah,
it's important, though, I think that they don't make those decisions alone. They've got the right people around them to make the right.
Yeah, that's important. And I heard also. For example, if a player goes to Arsenal to play in under 19 from Holland, the parents get a job in England and they get a company on their name. That kind of structures. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah.
It's a strange. Yeah, it's a strange old world to a certain extent, isn't it? But I think all you can do is try and help these, make the right decision at the right time, get the right people round. You're sort of looking at different opportunities and what's the right for the player and all that sort of thing. That's all you can do to a certain extent. And that's, right. And obviously, from your perspective now your playing career is sort of you're moving to semi-professional, if you like. Is that something you're looking to spend a bit of time doing, Henrico? And is that your next step?
My next step will be that I'm gonna help players in their careers. To help them outside of the field, and also to help them if they need a club, to help them at a new club. That's something. It is important for professional players. I think the right, what you told 2 minutes ago. The right people around you. Because of my own experience, maybe I can help players with this kind of things, and that's my ambition. It's my next goal, and of course I keep playing on a different level because the game is it is still great to do, and that's something I'm looking forward to be honest.
And through your career, did you have an agent in your career? And
right, some bad ones, some good ones. So I learned from every agent. I learned something. So maybe something good, maybe something not good, that kind of thing. So if I can help other players with this kind of things. That's. I think it's really nice to do.
I think it's important as well. I know, probably not helping what I mean here now, but having that personal experience of being in that player's position as well. I think we talked about certain younger players away from this. And I think having that perspective, or that you've been in the same shoes as that player, as in when we've talked about players that are playing potentially under, international football at a young age, and you've sort of been in their shoes, so you know how they feel,
Yeah.
those challenges that they'll have, and I think it's very important to get that perspective, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, that's and of course there are really, good agents as well who never played professional football. It's not that is not good, for example. But yeah, of course I have this experience, because of my career in Holland, and maybe it helps the players with some things. Maybe I can help them with the media, that kind of things. I also gave some stupid interviews, so that kind of things. Maybe I can help players with it, and of course we are in touch for a longer time, and we speak about things, and you are doing a good job without without a football career, so keep going.
I appreciate that. No, I think it's for me, we keep in touch quite a bit, and for me, I think I like to, we talk about individual players, and it's good to get your perspective on players, and that where they are, and what you think, your view on the player is as well, because particularly defenders, is really, really helpful, I think. But I think just trying to get that right balance for a player, I think, because an agent, there's a mixture of things from an agent perspective, isn't it? It's about understanding the game itself, around how they're playing, and be able to give some advice, but also the contractual side,
Right,
relationships with clubs as well. For your perspective in Holland particularly, you're in a great position like that, because you've played in Eredivisie for so long, you've got a great reputation over there, that it sort of helps you to talk to clubs and get
thank you.
and get a good understanding though with what the clubs want, and you've got a good, you're held in high esteem of that, so that obviously opens a great opportunity to talk to clubs and understand what they want, and makes sense.
Sometimes you as an agent from outside of Holland, for example, is sending you a player, and maybe the quality is not so good that he's he can play for example for Ajax, PSV or Feyenoord, and then the agent will say he needs for example 600k net or salary. Then the idea of this agent and the perspective is wrong about the idea of the Holland League. It's not that the clubs are paying that kind of money, for example in Groningen or Heracles, this kind of clubs. I think agents and players has to come to Holland to develop their skills and qualities, and to show themselves for the bigger leagues, and maybe you can have some less money than you used to, and for maybe 1 or 2 years, but you show yourself on a good platform. I think that's important, and it's really nice, for example, that Ian Robben is going to play for Groningen again, and it's a great step.
No, I must admit, I forgot. I was gonna text you the day when I heard the news.
Yeah.
Great to see him, because he's still a wonderful player.
Right.
Helping the club it's fantastic, isn't it?
Of course. He's from Groningen. He played there before, so he's been out for a while, of course, and he had some injuries. That's maybe a little bit disappointed for himself in his career. But it's great for the Holland League that a player like this is coming back. It's great, and I hope he can play 30 games this season, and it's really positive. For the league in Holland, it's great.
Must be very exciting for the fans as well, as the club as well, to have.
The stadium wasn't always full the last season, but this season it will be will be full, 100%.
Profile as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's he brings Holland football a lot in the past. So yeah, it's terrific. He's gonna play again, and I hope he will shine every game. And yeah, that's a really good thing for Holland.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So for me, you know, I think that's probably it for me. Really, I think Henrico. It's just a thought of a good way of catching up and seeing how things were and talking about what you were doing next. And it should be exciting.
Thank you, Garrett.
Exciting time, and I'm sure, no doubt we'll be talking and working together in the coming months.
Yeah, we'll do that, and yeah, we keep in touch for sure. I want to thank you for your time and yeah, your interview as well. So it was great. It was a good job.
Maybe I move on to TV moving forward.
Yes, you got to work for Sky Sports now. No, it was good to catch up, and yeah, of course we keep in touch, and that's for sure.
Oh, really, thank you, time, Henrico.
Garrett, thank you too. Have a good day.
Take care.
Yeah, take care, mate. Take it easy. Bye-bye. Bye.